こんにちは。それでは、ロレンズ・ラーキン選手の試合前インタビュー始めたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
Dylan Rush.
Hey Lorenz, how you doing, man? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you've ever faced the same opponent twice or had a rematch throughout your career. Is that true?
That is not true. Just had one last fight.
Oh, that's why I told you to correct me. Well, question remains the same. Having already set foot in the cage with Andrey, does your training camp regimen or mindset change at all going into the fight, or is it just business as usual, just another fight?
Just another fight, man. Just staying active. I've been blessed that Bellator gave me another fight around this time. And, I fought in February this year. So, and it's against another game opponent. So, there's nothing changed. I don't think about our last fight. This is a new fight, new fighters, it's been a good amount of time in between our last fight. So, I'm not looking at nothing at the last fight. We're just looking at the future, you know what I mean? So I know he's a whole different opponent and same thing like me. So, I'm just anxious to get in there.
I was at that last fight. I can't believe I forgot it was a rematch. Speaking about the future, you've already accomplished so much in this sport. You've compiled a very impressive record, 25 wins, 7 losses. I was in high school the last time you lost a fight. Now I'm a college graduate. My question is, outside of money, what makes you keep going and keep fighting? What motivates you each day to keep elevating your game and continuing to improve as a mixed martial artist?
I like the low-key dig. Now I feel old, man. Thank you for saying that. Shoot. It kind of threw me off when you called me old.
I just wanted to know, do you ever get tired of winning? You're winning all these fights. You've been fighting for so long. You've accomplished so much. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you going?
I don't think nobody gets tired of winning, but I think just when I got into the sport and got into fighting, it was because not everything that comes with fighting. It was the feeling that I got from fighting. So what drives me in the sport is the feeling that I get when I fight. So those are the things that drives me. Those and competition. Those are the only two things that, don't get me wrong, money too, but the main things that drive me is competition and the feeling that I get when I fight, and as long as I keep feeling those two things, I love fighting, man. It's a part of me and it is me. So, as long as I keep feeling like that, I keep fighting.
質問が2つありまして、まず、今回、リマッチ、再戦になるんですけども、今まで再戦っていうのはなかったように思うんですけど、という質問でした。ただ、答えとしましては、前回もリマッチだったので、再戦するということは今回が初めてではありません。で、ただ今回やはり、ベラトールがこういった試合をまた組んでくれたことには非常に感謝しますし、彼とも前回戦っていますけども、以前戦っていますけども、それはもう4年前のことなので、また、そこからいろいろ反省するとかっていうのではなくて、新たな戦いとして、臨んでいます。で、もう一つの質問が、ファイトマネー以外で、自分をここまでかき立てるモチベーションといったものはどういったものかということですけども、やはり、誰だってやっぱり勝利を目指して、勝利に飢えていると思いますし、私もそうです。で、あとは、勝利に対する、探求心というのと、あとは戦う時の感覚ですね、競争心といったようなもの、そういったものが私をモチベーションとして、やり続けることに原動力になっています。
Mills?
What's going on, Lorenz Larkin? It's MMA Larkin, part of Pub Sports Radio.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. Seems like, I get to talk to you every little media time, got to talk to you this week, calling you the legend that you are. It's only fitting right that, they put you on the card versus Bellator versus RIZIN again. But What's it like to really be that living legend that you are, walking in the steps that you are, not trying to be anybody else, and letting everybody know, hey, man, I'm that dude. The monsoon is here. Boss Hog is here to stay.
Yes, I mean, for me, you know, I've always stated my whole career, man, is I have to do what makes me happy. You know, I don't feel like I've ever conformed to, you know, what people wanted me to be and how I should act in this game and how I should do certain things to bring me certain opportunities. You know what I mean? In this game, I stayed strong to who I believe I am and somebody that I can, you know, I could show my kids, you know, something that to look back on it and respect. So, you know, I've always just stayed true to myself in this game, and, you know, and that in itself has made me happy, you know, and to the, you know, to the fighter I've become and to the name that I'll leave behind, you know, when everything's said and done.
質問としましては、まあもうあなたはもうすでにレジェンダリーな選手だというふうに思いますけども、そういったことに対してどういうふうに自分としては感じていますかと。で、私としては、まあ自分が幸せだと思っていることを感じて、それをやってきましたと。他人に左右されることはありません。とにかく自分を信じてやってきて、こういった形が、まあ子供たちに対してもリスペクトできるようなものとして残っていくというふうになれば私としても嬉しいと思いますし、とにかく自分を信じてやっていくということのみです。
And then one more thing. I know, man, you don't care nothing about the odds or anything. You've been an underdog your whole life in this MMA stuff, but I mean, isn't it kind of disrespectful to be an underdog on somebody that you already have a win over?
For me, no, because, you know, my last fight, I cashed in, man. last fight was looking real good, you know, on the back end of things. So, you know, the last fight, they had me as a plus 180. So, you know, I was able to make some good money on myself on that fight.
Plus 140 on this one.
Plus 140? Okay. Well, looks like I'll be cashing in again, maybe.
まあ、オッズのことについてあんまり言いたくないんですけども、まあ、今回、アンダードッグ下馬評として相手の方が高いと。自分の方が下回っているということに関してはどう思前回戦った勝利した相手なのにそういうふうなまずオッズが出ているということに対しては不満はないですかと。いや特に自分としては不満はありません。まあ自分にかければそれだけ儲けることができるので私としてはそういった大金を手にしたいというふうに思っています。特に自分の方が下馬評が低いからといってどうってことはありません。
ありがとうございます。それでは、こちら会場にいらっしゃるマスコミの方、ご質問ある方、挙手にてお願いいたします。はい。では、マイクをお持ちします。お待ちください。
実況の長坂と申します。先ほど前回、再戦ということで、もう4年も前のことなので、あんまり気にせず新たな戦いというふうに言ってましたが、それでもその前回、判定というところの決着から、また一歩進めて、今回はっていうような意気込みはあったりするんでしょうか。KO で決着したいとか、そういう思いというのはありますでしょうか。
You mentioned, you didn't really think about the previous fight with them. You said it's a new fight. But still, you want a decision. Do you sort of think that maybe this time you want a knockout or anything like that?
I mean, any fight. I mean, I think any fighter wants the knockout. When I come into the fight, I'm looking to finish the fight. But, with top tier competition, it doesn't always end that way. So, for me, it's just to go in there and just go in there and fight, and use all my abilities that we've been using camp and all the talents that I have and go in there and use them all to my best ability. And yes, the goal is to finish the fight. But, if something else happens, then I just have to do it that way. So, I'm always looking to finish.
まあ、誰でも、ファイターであれば、KO、フィニッシュを狙っているというふうに思うんですけども、まあ、トップクラスの戦いになると、やはりなかなかそうは、実際はなりにくいとは思います。ただ自分としては、全力で戦って、今まで練習してきたものをすべて出すようにして、まあ、当然フィニッシュを狙っていきたいというふうに思いますけども、また違う展開になっても、それでもやはり勝つ、ということに対して、頑張っていきたいというふうに思います。
4年前からこう、さらに進化した部分だとか、自分のストロングポイントというのはどういうふうに考えてますか？
So what do you think where you've evolved in the past 4 years since the last fight with him? How have you evolved in the 4 years?
I just think I've been more active. I've been training. I think just in general, as a fighter that keeps fighting, from the last fight, we both evolved. I would hope so that he evolved too, and his training has got different, and he's learned different techniques, and it's got more comfortable with things. That's just, to me, just the nature of the game. As long as you're training and you're learning, you're evolving. So I think no matter what, he's going to be a different fighter, and I'm going to be a different fighter when we go in there.
まあ、この4年間で、いろいろと積極的に練習していく中で、そういった積み重ねが、まあ、自分としての変化に変わっていくと。まあ、どの、ファイターでもそうだと思うんですけども、当然彼としても私としては、変化して、良くなってきているというふうに期待したいですし、そういったファイターとしては、もう常に日々練習していく中で、徐々に変わっていくということになるのかなというふうに思っています。
日本ではベラトールとライジンの対抗戦でも、ファイトは見せてもらえてるんですけども、今回、その日本のファンにどういう戦いを見せたいというような意気込みはありますでしょうか
？So you showed us, your fight, how you fight with Bellator versus RIZIN in the past. What kind of, fight or match would you like to show the Japanese fans this time?
I think just it's not so much what I would like to show them. I think it's just my style that is exciting. And I think that's been a great attribute to me is I don't have to force something that is exciting. I think that just comes out natural as far as my fighting style. So it's nothing that I never have to force. It's just as long as I go in there and fight, it'll be exciting.
まあ、何かを見せたいとかっていうよりかは、自分としてはもうエキサイティングなファイトスタイルだというふうに思っていますので、こういった試合を見せたいとか、そういったことを意識することなく、自然とそういったものが自分のファイトスタイルから出てくるのかなというふうに思っています。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。すみません。ちょっとお時間が迫ってきているので、最後にこちらから一言。日本のファンがメインプラットフォームの Unext で視聴すると思います。ぜひ日本のファンに一言メッセージをお願いいただけますか？
So one last question from RIZIN official. Could you give a message to the Japanese fans watching?
I'm just greatly appreciative that, that Bellator brought me back out here. I love Japan. I love the Japan fans. I love the city, all the little districts, and I love it out here. It's just to me, it's just like a warrior country. They really appreciate fighting out here, and I love it out here. And I'm blessed enough was able to bring my son out here and have him experience Japan. So it's always great when I come back out here. I was very thrilled when I got the call.
まあ、今回、こういった試合を組んでくれたベラトールにも感謝したいと思いますし、まあ、日本にこうやって来れて、いろいろ街並みですとか、日本の文化ですとか、まあ、侍の精神みたいなものに触れることができて、非常にいい、自分としても、楽しいですし、いい経験になっていると思いますし、まあ、今回子供を連れてくることできたんですけども、彼にもそういったところを見せられるというのは本当に素晴らしいことだと思ってますので、本当に日本に関しては大好きな国の一つです。
ありがとうございます。これでインタビュー終了になります。どうもありがとうございました。Thank you.